She always marks me. So
you do.
You'll see her saying.
You always say you do. You're a very good thank you.
It's funny because Dog Passion said back in the day she could be in a these pants. She'd still be like,
smiling.
People don't have to tip you.
Right.
They don't. The fact that they do is like sure.
That is dope. I just put that on your question. You know that? I just put that on your question. What song do you go to pick you up? Hezekiah Walker, Grateful. Because even when I'm feeling like shit, you know, and the world is shitting on me is what it feels like. Before I just sit there and smear it on me, I have to figure out the bigger picture. Ain't that gross? I just finished doing another video too, and I think I just shared it. I'm not sure, but it was just about being, you know, down and how I'm not always up tempo, and even though I'm trying to spread positive vibes, it would be fair to assume that sometimes I have some bad days, and I think about what, first of all, put me there. Second of all, what I can do to get myself out of it, and not to rely on somebody to, you know, we rely on people to bring us out of shit that we put ourselves in or allowed to happen to us. So more accountability, and for me, accountability looks like I'm not going back that damn way again. If I see this road down here is on fire, I'm not going back down that road. It's on fire. Why the hell would I go down there? So I think about, you know, being in mindsets that are fucked up and feeling fucked up about so many things, and people never really getting that. Like, you never really see me say shit like that or try to garner a certain type of sympathy or empathy. But I do want you to know that as human as the blood is that runs through my veins, I ache and pain like anybody and everybody else. So I think the way I deal with it, I compartmentalize and I shut off. So it's like if rust is coming out your water pipes, you cut that bitch off.
Yeah.
You could, please.
I think that says a lot about you, because I was talking to a friend not too long ago, and I was saying when you give of yourself, I'll make it financial, right? I'll make it about money, because, you know, it's easier to explain it that way. But when you give that last $10, or when you give what you have, you know, not sitting in the expectation that you'll get it back, that's a different kind of I give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's a different kind of character. Because so it's the same to me as you pouring from, dare I say, a broken space, or you know, you going through some hard times yourself, but you still pouring into people. I just think it says a lot about you.
Well, and I mean, I think that what you just said too is dope as hell, because we both do that. Talk about, there have been instances, and I've known you for so long, and I've seen you in different with different variables, right? So I know what it's like. For me, my mentality is, if I have when there were times where I had, what is it? Well, if it was, I was watching out for Fairfax, baby. the times that I may have had $50 and somebody hit and was like, damn, I need $40 more for my damn light bill. I'm gonna give you the $40, because the 50 is not gonna do, you know, it probably might not. Right, and it might not put a dent in what I need, or so I think that it's like, yeah, go like that. But what I'm noticing is, I ain't gonna lie, I'm changing. I'm absolutely changing, and because I see people, and it's the same people a lot of times, and it's just now you just feel so bad, because now you're feeling like, damn, I don't want you to change my blessing because I want to give it, but I know you're going to mishandle it, and I know you're just sitting in a seat of expectancy. So that changes the way you move with people and things, and it's just like, listen, it's somebody else's turn, or you know, God has another ram in the bush for you, because I'm not on that side of the mountain. But yeah, I've seen, babe, I watch you do it too, so you know, there you have it. But it's been a mode of operation.
I'm just grateful that I had somebody to kind of like pour into me, because that picture was getting a little empty. I wasn't gonna be recording no more.
and disperse it.
You know,
that's right. And
people.
so that's what I say about, you know, giving and being in a certain thing. I said this a while ago, and it's people's understanding. So when you think that, you know what, I want to be in the nature of giving or blessing somebody else, and then you turn to a scripture and one thing I won't do is scripture beat you, because I have never liked it. I am not impressed by anybody that can quote a scripture and not tell me the 4 verses before, the 6 after. I'm not impressed. So the whole thing with you know, pour from your cup. So where that was intended, or how the context was, what it means is, after I have filled your cup and you are in surplus and abundance, it's your overflow. It's your overflow that you feed to others or help others with. You don't get what? Tell me how a cup gets full if you keep giving them half of what's in yours. How does yours ever get full? How do you ever go any further? How do you go higher? You stay in the same place, jumping up and down, doing the same thing, expecting different results, complete and total insanity. It means give from your overflow. If I have a half a cup and I give you 25% of that, then I only have 25%. I'm never going to get the full. And that's not what he intended for my life, because he promised me abundance. You understand? Abundance. Talking about, babe, I'm sorry. I'll be trying not to. I ain't want to go over there on that street.
Well, you here now.
We here now. Well, we here now. Oh, shit. Baby, what, I want to get a picture. Because when you said picture, it just, you could have gone into the Wally world.
No, we couldn't.
We're not supposed to be in there? I thought that was Target. I'm effing up. You understand me? We definitely have to come up with distribution centers and stuff. Baby, say something flip. I mean, we already know you're beautiful. But do y'all know she's smart, though? That used to blow me. That used to burn me up decades ago. No, I'm not cutting. Because always talking about, you know, oh, because she's a performer. Is she stupid? No, she's fucking brilliant. And I need you to know that there's a brain attached to the rest of her. And that personally is the part that I'm attracted to. Well, I'm lying. I'm attracted to that part too. But, you know, I do have vision. But and she's a sweetheart. Talking about, and she pours from a pure place.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah, it was.
So I know there was a time when you didn't care for the fact that I didn't care for the fact that people viewed me that way, and I do understand that, you know, I shouldn't want to be looked at as one-dimensional, but I cannot control, you know, if somebody's committed to viewing me in a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark out what you mark out. I just feel like those who are supposed to get pieces of you do. You know, and try as you might, somebody is going to stay where they want to be with how they view you if they absolutely want to keep you in a certain
I
box.
get it, but just like I said, you haven't even heard that video yet because I not too long ago recorded. But sometimes you have to put yourself in position. People can only draw conclusions off what they know. So if they don't have enough information to really draw an honest conclusion, you can hold them accountable after they have all the tools or whatever it is they need. Now, I know you're saying you don't care what somebody thinks. So the reason why that works in a very bad way is because sometimes, somewhere along the way, you're going to need somebody that you didn't care a shit about opinion to put you in position or open a door or crack a window or give you a sledgehammer to break down a door. So it may not be that they wanted to have a certain viewpoint of you, but that's all they had to go off of. So 9 times out of 10 people that know more are like, oh shit, so it can have the adverse effect. Not that they would like you less, but now they would like you more and try to do more. But it goes the opposite way too. People could be envious, jealous. That's the territory of life. But I definitely think that you should have enough information before you draw a conclusion on somebody. And I know we do that a lot. I know that, and that's just because I'm a seer, that I will say it takes me 30 seconds to know if somebody will be positioned in my life or not, or if I'll be around them or not. But sometimes
in those 30 seconds you didn't catch the best version of them for whatever reason, grief, loss, illness, you just didn't get the best version of them.
Right.
So, and then they come back and they need you, and they're denied whatever you needed to do for them because you judged them off of them 30 seconds, and it's
right. So I understand that and again, so a seer. So just being a seer and having a certain type of insight, it gives me an advantage. So, and a lot of times, that's where I was going initially, where I was saying a lot of times, I may have taken a second look at something or somebody. It may have been a misread. I've been grateful for being able to read and seeing it clear through, like seeing it. And shit, it's not often that I'm wrong or very far off, but
wow,
to see
okay,
shit, to see something different that I initially gauged as one way, then I definitely give it another look. There are people like right now that I had completely, for the lack of a better, written off, or just refused to have that energy around me. So it was more about self-preservation than about, you can do what you want to do with your life. You can pour the poison around in your life the way you want to, but I do not have the desire, nor do you have the authority to pour it in mine. So it is just, that's a personal decision. So after I viewed somebody as being a spewer of poison, or carrying cantankerous behavior from one point to the next, or just not a good charactered person, and then it might be something else I see and be like, well, they fucked up, life done dealt them a bad hand. But also I believe that shit, how much living have you had? How many times have you been in the same position? How many times have you reacted the same way? How many times have you not altered your behavior? How many times have you done and burdened somebody else with the necessity of them to be in a position of empathy or sympathy for you? How many times have you done it? And how many years have you needed the same thing? So a lot of times giving somebody a second look may pull you deeper in. Everybody's not your assignment, and I had to learn that a very hard and long way, but that is it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. We have to be accountable for the shit that has happened to us. It happened to us. It happened to us, and it may have been in somebody else's hand. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10 it was in somebody else's hand. So it happened. We have to decide to be a victor or victim. If we're doing something one way continuously and get the same response or results, we have to do something different. It's us. It's us. People that always say, this person, somebody always doing this to me. Somebody always doing that to me. And not one time do they say, I need to do something different. I need to change. If the same shit happens with 20 different people, at which point do you change the control? When do you change the control in that experiment? It's you. A lot of times I've had to say, it's me. I get it. There's some things I changed and some things I have not learned to change, but I'm willing to. So that's a start, but pray for me, because it get a little sketchy sometimes. I'd be like, oh my God, help me, because baby I think she might just, like, I don't know if she would stab me, but I think she would slice my Achilles or something. I do. I think she would do something. And I'd probably still be trying to talk shit. I'm sorry?
Yeah.
You said yeah?
Yeah.
What, the basketball? I was gonna go to the Ben and Jerry's down here. I thought it was cute and pretty down here. Baby, so she obviously has some challenges. Well, she done had too much drinks.
I cannot believe you just. Here we go again. So Jackie gonna see this. I think I'm always.
No, I said it. Yeah, she might. Oh, she done had one too many.
Hey.
Now I can't stop looking at her. Now I'd be wrong if I let everybody see it and judge for yourself. Yeah, I just think that well, I'm just not gonna say it. But know that I'm thinking it. Know that I'm thinking. I am far from perfect and do not pretend to be. Love me or leave me alone, and I will return the favor.
Okay, once again, why did you volunteer to be in this traffic?
Here it goes. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. She just tagged herself in.
I said, why did we volunteer to be in this traffic?
Baby, it's beautiful out here. Roll the window down. It's a beautiful day. You smell different stuff. You might want something different. No? You ready to go back in already? Okay. It's beautiful. Oh, is it prom day? Why is all her babe ladies outside like that? And you could tell she's young. Just anxious to put on nothing. God, you never see so many people so anxious to put on nothing. Uh-uh.